I was adopted from Korea. The portions that I know about my life in Korea was given to me by my mother. She had told me at a very young age that I was adopted, and I had questions like any other child would have. I don't have a birth certificate. It ended up being, I was born somewhere on the streets. My mother dropped me off at a children's home, and they basically recognized that I was not full Korean, which is really important in Korea because it's a very puristic society. So because they recognized it, they sent me to an orphanage called Holt. And Holt has a way of being able to get not full Koreans adopted out of Korea and into the United States. So my parents was given a picture and said, would you like to adopt this child? Now my mom was going to adopt 2 children. However, she became pregnant with my younger sister and ended up not adopting the younger child and just adopted myself. So they had to come pick me up in Korea and bring me back to the United States. At age 5, I became a U.S. citizen at the time. I didn't have to take any tests or anything like that. They just let me become a citizen. As I was growing up in my life, I got plenty of, you're not really American, and you would think that would have made me ashamed to be Korean. But over the years, I realized at some point in my life that if I cared about what everybody else thought of me, I would never attain what I was meant to be. So at the end of my high school career, I decided I wanted to go into education. I wanted to be a physical education teacher. I was very athletic at the time. I chose Spring Arbor College University, which is located just west of Jackson, just a little bit. And received my bachelor's degree in '84 and ended up getting a job out at Lakeville in Otisville, Michigan, where during that time I met my husband-to-be, and he was a corrections officer. So we were quite the couple. I was a phys ed teacher. I did a lot of subbing. He worked at the corrections facility in Lapeer. Then as we got a little bit older and a little bit more established, I decided to do something I kind of always really wanted to do, is go down to the Pontiac Silverdome, watch a football game, and fortunately I was able to get paid for this. I became a security guard in '91 at the Pontiac Silverdome, worked there to about, I think it was about 2007. I did most of every job that was in the stadium up to the lead supervisor for security at the Dome. I've been teaching all during this time, and the position for the building I was in, alternative education, had a posting, an opening for the director. And I applied for that position and became the director of alternative education for the Lakeville School District, and worked there for 5 years. After that 5 years was over, I was going to retire, and that was the year the Newtontown shootings happened. And I said, there's got to be a better way to do this. There's just got to be a better way for security. So in the next 3 months, I put together, along with my husband, my cousin Jeannie, and Scott Thompson, a procedure, a system that would help school districts, especially, countermand anything that would happen to them if an incident occurred. So, and this was because of all the active shootings that were happening at that point in time. And over the next 2-3 years, I tried to put together pieces that would help both law enforcement and the educational system be able to weave together a program that could help both sides. A couple years into my business that I had started, my cousin Jeannie decided that she no longer wanted to be part of the business. So I asked a friend of mine, a friend of our family actually, if he would join us in this pursuit. So last year he officially joined my business and became part of KMS2. Talking about KMS2, KMS2 has a very special meaning to myself. The K, the M, and the S stand for my Korean name, Kim Mi-suk. The number 2 stands for the second opportunity that I received by coming to the United States. If I would have been in Korea, the chances are I probably wouldn't have been able to have the opportunities that I have since I was adopted into America. We also like to refer to that as keep me safe too, meaning everybody has the right to be safe.